Kingsley end up with a -5 in a minute?
4:30 tonight.
First of all, I don't believe in numbers.
Don't get fooled. Grab a drink, because this is Hangover Time.
Panthers win! Panthers win! Woo! Love that puck. Tonight was wild. You had it was Vergehi.
Barkey.
No, Vergehi had a goal.
Who's that?
Kachuk.
Reinhardt.
Kachuk. Nuck if you buck Kachuk. That's what I like to call him personally. Reinhardt. Come on. Reinhardt out of control. He had a goal. Barkov had 2 assists.
Barkey.
Kachuk had an assist. Barkov had 3 TKs. You know
What is that? What's a TK?
Yeah, the TKs. The takes. Whatever they call them. But yeah, man. Florida Panthers 3-2 lead the series 1-0 over the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Big day in Sunrise.
Woo! What a return for Hangover Time. Right when the Panthers, take a 1-0 series lead over the much-hated in-state rival Tampa Bay Lightning. It doesn't get any better than this, guys. Brass, take me out. Woo! Love that puck, boy.
Sergei Bobrovsky, huge today. Huge today. Big third period.
Bobrovsky and them boys. You see when it was like, bam, it was just like bomb, right?
It's
so
like, great taking an early lead in the series. Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh,
huge.
My God,
against a state rival. Big deal.
Yeah.
He took the stick and he was like, bang! It was crazy.
Should Lou light the beam?
Back.
Should Lou light the beam for the
shit?
Lou?
Oh, let's go.
Yes,
We made it!
Ice
Let's go,
cats!
Cats!
Ice cats!
Let's go,
Cats!
Cats! Let's go, Cats! Okay, for real though.
Chanting, right?
Let's put up the Heat score. Do you have it?
Do we have to?
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, let me turn the sound back off.
I'm gonna bring it back.
We're primarily a Panthers podcast, but I guess we got to talk about the Heat. It's playoff time.
Cats beat.
White hot Heat beat. Yeah, look, everyone's got the Heat, white shirts on. Listen, everyone, calm the fuck down and find your guts. Do not let go of the rope. I told you guys on the Heat Beat postgame show, what was it, on Friday, that this is how it's going to go. Moose, back me up. Hit me with a drip drop if I said they were going to lose game 1 in a blowout.
Time for the early game 1 blowout prediction. Drip drop.
Thank you, okay? Listen, you know who's scared of a game 1 blowout? Shitty coaches. Spo loves this, okay? Spo's gonna go back to the lab. He's got a bunch of tape now. We all knew they were losing game 1. They've had 10 days off. 10 days, okay? The Heat have had a day and a half off. They played Friday night, quick turnaround on a Sunday morning. Listen, I'm not making a bunch of excuses, except I am. But at the same time, you're missing your two leading scorers. You're missing a ton of offense. They couldn't break 100 points today. But what I want to say is, do not get crazy over one game. Like, we've seen too many series with the Miami Heat where there's a blowout one game and they come back and act like shit ain't happened the next. Do not let go of the rope, okay? Like, this is how it was always going to go. They just need to take one. What I say? Don't give us one. Do not give us one. We are taking game 2. Brass, take me out. Beautiful. I am Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. Alf954. Welcome back to the Miami Heat Beat post-game show. Hangover time. It has been a full fucking year almost since we've done this show. Like, Everyone, turn them frowns upside down. Stop being a bunch of fucking pussies and cowards, okay? Like, this is what we signed up for. We are an 8 seed going up against one of the most prolific offenses of all time. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to get blown out in game 1. It was always going to happen. Game 2 soon come. Brass, let's do what we always do, because win or lose, we're going to have a good time. Let's find out what everyone's drinking. Listen, and someone said, Weird Al says Alf 561. It's actually Alf 404 now. I'm actually in Georgia now. But so I'm going to start with what I'm drinking. I'm drinking the beautiful Basil Hayden, fantastic whiskey. Because you know what? I was going to do what I did on Friday, drink a little Basil Hayden for the first half and switch to the cheaper Bullet. But you know what? I didn't give up. I kept going because the Heat didn't give up. All right? Listen, boys, they gave him something to think about in that fourth quarter.
Just a little
Your
taste.
boy Tyler Herro started heating up. I'm telling you. Ooh, they scared. They should. DeLon Wright? More like DeLon Curry. Okay, don't worry. Take me out, Brass. Listen, I'm amped for Wednesday. Amped. Moose, what you drinking?
As always, you already know I'm with the Monkey Shoulder Playoff Edition. That's really all I got to say about, tonight's game. Outside of the late minutes there in the fourth quarter where it looked like they were going to make a little bit of a comeback. But to Alf's point, we only need one, and that's coming very soon. Don't give Spo this much time to get ready for the next game, because this is where he makes his magic. Brass, take me out, please.
72 hours, G. 72 hours for Spo to get in the lab. Listen, all of Boston is as scared as if they saw a black student integrating their school. G.
They didn't look, that crowd got awfully quiet in that fourth quarter.
Oh, the lemon booty was, ever present. I guess because it's Boston, it's lime booty because it's green. But they had the lime booty all throughout that fucking fourth quarter. But go ahead, G.
We knew it was a fake comeback, but they didn't. And that's all that counts. I'm drinking, I made a little cocktail in honor of Hangover Time. It's called the Queen Slayer. It is a milk clarified coffee orange creamsicle liqueur. So shout out to that. Yeah, it's really good. I like
terrible.
it. Yeah.
It does not sound good.
It is. No, it's espresso. It is milk washed with orange juice and coconut milk.
Brass.
Sounds as gross as today's game. Brass, what
One
you
rum, some Graham Manure, some triple
Milk wash
sec.
like the Celtics.
Orange bitters.
Anyways.
Wait, Graham what?
I don't want to say it again.
Graham Norton.
You said Manure.
Yeah.
Manure.
Isn't that fucking Thor's hammer? Like, what the hell? Did you
Graham
Leave me
Manure.
alone. It's a hard word.
Graham Manure? Like, what?
It's a hard word.
Mule.
For that.
Brass,
I missed
what
it.
you
I'm taking
drinking,
your
man?
word for it, Alf, but I'll take about it anyway. Okay. All right.
It was worth it. Go ahead.
That's fine. So yeah, tonight, man, fuck, it's been a long time. I tell you, preseason is fucking too long nowadays. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm rusty because, like, all these games that really don't fucking matter. Like, Jesus, since when was it like 80 plus games for a preseason?
86
Anyway,
games. Preseason,
fucking
really.
wild, man. All right. Anyway, so I'm back. I had to make a nice drink. Nothing really pertained to this game, but it's a drink that I'm really into right now by mixologist Jeffrey Morgenthaler out of Portland. Fuck you, Portland. Anyway, it's his version of an amaretto sour. So it's Di Serono. It's some cask strength bourbon, some gum syrup, and lemon juice, and some egg whites, and it's delicious. But it is a sour occasion anytime you lose to Boston, and here we are. But as Alf said, get some fucking guts. It's game 1. Of course you're going to take this. The only fucking player that's hurt is fucking Luke Cornett. All right? Like, I don't know whatever we did to piss off the fucking basketball gods for our injury luck. Whatever, I don't know what fucking deal they sold with the fucking devil to have no injuries this year.
Best team in the league, healthiest team in the league.
It's fucking wild to me. The only little bit of good feels that I have going forward is they are going to pay for this fucking stretch run of health I'm certain of it. Just like we paid for that shit for the big three, they're going to be paying for this for years to come. So
if they get past the first round, they'll be missing 3 starters in the finals.
That's true. That's true.
Leches in the chat, Leches Agenda Commissioner says, Brass talks about his drinks the same way Doris talks about the Celtics.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, my God.
It's awful.
Listen, like, honestly, Doris used to be one of my favorites. I didn't care if she was talking bad about the Heat or good about the opponent. I always thought she was, like, really, really unbiased and good. I mean, we could talk about her a little bit later. We can talk about the whole broadcast. Even though I love JJ, I thought Mike Green was super fair.
Mike Wilbon's a fan. Thank you.
Agreed.
I'm gonna hold back some of the comments I have because respect. Coach Lou, Saucy Takes.
What
are you
is up?
drinking tonight?
I just got a little bit of wine because I'm celebrating not the loss, but the fact that the Celtics still think they have a chance. You know, a little toast to that. A toast to Hangover Time coming back. The guts have never left. Everybody's wearing whites because the whites showed out. The only one who didn't was the one with an R in between. But, you know, it was close enough, I guess. So we were cooking today, man. We'll be back better for game 2. Tune in to Wednesday because we're going to see some real lemon booty on Wednesday.
Lime booty. It's lime booty. So listen. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
No, we're listening.
Yep. No, we got you. We hear it.
Screaming.
We hear it loud and clear.
We're listening to
We're listening to Little Alf rant.
I hear Jason Tatum in the back. Is Jason Tatum at your house?
You hear Jason Tatum?
Because that's
Is
all
that
he
Doris
did was
Burke
cry
crying?
to every official
Oh, my
the
God.
entire game.
Oh, Alf, why don't you do Hangover Time anymore? That's why.
Jason Tatum's very
impossible.
intrusive.
Like, honestly, I'm surprised she hasn't tried to bang down this door already a million times. Anyway,
When are we doing a cutout with Jason Tatum and it's just your daughter crying?
as soon as
Stay
humanly
tuned.
possible. Brass, get on it. Okay, but let's actually talk about the game a little bit. Saucy Takes, you kind of brought it up, and I'm going to put it right on you, Moose, because this is your boy. Tyler Herro did not show up today. Like, he was not just bad. He was putrid. He was fucking awful. Like, I'm not going to say if he had a good game, they would have won the game. But he didn't. I mean, he didn't
damn
get
sure
any
closer.
chance tonight.
Listen, Brass and I were talking about it before the show started. There are levels of shit, okay? And right now, he is starting all the way at the bottom. But you know why? Because there's only one place to go but up from there. Yes, he was awful today. Yes, he was fucking terrible today. Yes, he was fucking atrocious today. But that just means that Wednesday, when the adjustments are made and he's probably out of the lineup, that we're going to come back better than ever. Listen, Boston is the place for whites, okay? I think today maybe he was just a little bit nervous to show out in front of his own kind, but on Wednesday, it's going to go crazy. And the legend of Tyler Herro in the postseason will rise. Brass, take me out. I don't believe none of that shit I just said.
Gee, one of my biggest problems with Tyler tonight is it's not like they played him really well. Like, it's not like the defense. Like, I didn't see Derek White or Drew Holiday smothering him. I saw him missing wide open shots. I saw him not taking shots he should have taken. I saw him making a bunch of bad decisions. I mean, getting your threes blocked, like just
Hesitant.
getting floaters blocked. Like, it was just, to me, it wasn't Drew. And the thing is, my problem is if he does step his game up, Drew Holiday and Derek White are going to lock in. Like, how does Tyler avoid, like, just getting completely taken out of the game by two of the best perimeter defenders in the league?
Well, I tweeted this. I was like, I don't think it's going to be tough for it to be a Tyler series because Drew Holiday and Derek White are both probably two of the best guards at going over screens. And the Celtics don't drop their big too deep in their pick and roll coverage. So the big kind of is dropped, but not too deep like Milwaukee. They play almost at the level of the screen, and they have these guards that can go over, kind of neutralizing that little trick, that quick trigger pull up. So he needs to be able to kind of get into space to attack them. And he's not finding those angles. I agree with you that he just missed a ton of open looks because, you know, when those guys sat, you know, he had Al Horford and Peyton Pritchard on him. And I think those are the minutes that you got to get your confidence up. You got to win. You got to start hitting shots. I think if they can kind of manage those minutes and Bam is kind of the primary guy in the other minutes, you know, they can kind of figure something out and then Tyler be like a secondary scorer. kind of in that role, because I just think like him running offense as the head of the snake against those Boston defenders is going to be really, really tough.
Yeah, honestly, Brass, like I was watching tonight and I felt so much better every time Jaime Jaquez had the ball than when Tyler Herro had the ball. And that's like that doesn't bode well for a long series, right? Because Jaime, as great as he's been, I thought he was awesome tonight. Showed absolutely no fear of the Boston Celtics. If he's gonna be that guy for you, like I don't know. Like I don't know if that's a winning recipe.
No.
Tyler, like if for them to have any chance, either Terry Rozier needs a new neck or Tyler Herro has to step the fuck up. And we didn't see, even though he got cooking in the fourth quarter a little bit, like
Always does.
whatever.
But that's his game though. When it's 2 minutes left, that's when Tyler steps up. The problem is all the fucking 46
Tyler time.
Yeah. But yeah, like I just don't think it bodes well going forward if Tyler Herro is going to be this bad.
Yeah, if Jaime had the game that Tyler had, like in some of the slip ups, you'd be like, well, yeah, I mean, he's a fucking rookie, right? But like, this is year 5 of Tyler, and it's frustrating. I mean, obviously, he had the keys to this team in a way that he's never been responsible for in this moment before, because usually he misses these moments, and Jimmy is able to be in charge of everything. But like, oof, man, it's really rough. And like, and I'm not, yeah, okay, the fourth quarter heroics to like, make a blowout turn into a less, fucking shit your pants blowout.
A less blowout.
Then that's fine, I guess.
Trying to make sure we cover.
But like, I'm not right. I'm not.
We did, right?
No.
It's frustrating, but I mean, he hit that rookie wall pretty fucking hard this season. But he's shown some signs recently. I mean, he's still a really exciting player. And I really liked a lot of the shit we saw from Jaime tonight, but Tyler, not so much.
Thought he was awesome. Lou.
And by the way, like real quick before we move off of that, I think part of the Jaime stuff was those, like Drew Holiday was on Tyler Herro to start. And that means that Jaime got a smaller guy on him that he can kind of get going in the post. So I think like Tyler finding his game is going to be important to keeping him active, because they're going to need like that bigger defender on Herro rather than Jaime.
Leo
point,
in the
G.
chat.
Rare good point.
Lou.
Rare good point.
Leo in the chat, Lou, is going crazy because we're getting on Tyler Herro for being shit. Leo wants us to give shit to Bam Adebayo. I personally can't do that because
wait, why Bam?
Why
I
Bam?
thought Bam played well. Like I mean, I don't know what to be upset about Bam about. But I mean, give me your saucy take. Was Bam shitty? Like I thought he was fine.
Bam was out here trying to cover up for all their nooks and crannies while offensively still having probably one of his most. This is probably going to be his most efficient game of the series. People are, I guess he didn't grab rebounds. I mean, did we see who he was being tasked to guard? It was like he was never in the paint to begin with. I don't know. I thought Bam played fine. The Tyler, Tyler needs to trust his teammates a little more. It felt like I feel like he feels the burden is on him to win, and it's not on the team. And that's the issue. He was forcing too much, just these floaters that he gets to, he was forcing them for no reason. Like contested. Yeah, we could have probably shot better. Shooting variance happens. That's probably not going to happen with this current roster that we have out there. But it is what it is. No reason anybody should be hating on Bam today. I thought he did a job, at least defensively and offensively. He was going at Porzingis, made Porzingis look like Porzingis always does versus Bam Adebayo. So I don't see the Bam hate. I don't see it.
Can I just say to back up Lou's point here, because I do think, and this is something that we're going to have to monitor throughout the entire series, I do think there is something to be said about Tyler. And we talked about it in the last post game that we did. Tyler knowing that this is going to be his series to carry the offense and to also change the narrative about himself within the NBA. How much of that is going to take away from his own actual focus in the game and relying on his teammates? And you could see it with Jaime. The IQ when Jaime has the ball is so much far ahead of where Tyler is right now. But is that his own personal development, or is that more him trying to focus on, I got to get 20 and 10 tonight?
I think Listen, I think Wednesday is going to be a lot better for Tyler. I think the entire team's going to settle down a little bit. Like honestly, it's a quick turnaround. Like I'm not trying to make a bunch of excuses, but listen, 10 days compared to 1.5, right? Like so, I'm not trying to like just. I don't want to do the pile on Tyler thing, but I do want to be honest with the fucking people watching it. Like he was trash. Like if I sit here and try to defend Tyler, I sound really disingenuous. But one thing I want to say, G, one way I don't care what Tyler does, they're not going to win with Caleb Martin with 4 points, Haywood Highsmith with 0, and Duncan Robinson with 5. Like, let's not even talk about the main guys right now. The Jaime Hawkinses, the Tyler Herros, the Bam Adebayos. Like those ancillary guys, especially Caleb, with 29 minutes on the floor tonight, like you got to do better than 4 points, 2 for 6. A lot of really dumb fucking decisions, continuously stepping on the line for the longest twos possible. Like these guys have to do more. Like Kevin Love had a really good like short stint, but all of these sidekicks, they got to do better than they did tonight.
I by the way, I throw Jovic in there, although he needs to play more. Duncan, it's funny because Duncan played 15 minutes tonight. He was 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. He makes one more 3, and like his percentages look good. I just think that in limited minutes against an aggressive defense like Boston, it's just going to be tough for him. But I agree with everything that you're saying. Like DeLon Wright you cannot count on 17 points from DeLon Wright. That has to come from guys like Caleb Martin, from guys like Niko Jovic, from, a little bit more out of Highsmith, not 0 points, 0 for 4 from 3. There was 1 3 that he took in the corner where he like sidestepped like you're Duncan Robinson. Dog, stay still. You're not a movement shooter. What are you? Do you practice that shot? Have you ever practiced that shot? You know what I mean? Like, so they have some stuff that these guys have to work on. And I think that there's a part of it of like the game got out of hand so early that everyone felt they had to make a home run. And that's not what this team is good
I don't even know, like Weird Alf in the chat says Haywood has got to be quicker with the trigger. And that's one of the things I almost felt like there were times that there was no sense of urgency. Like these guys are like, they keep driving and kicking for a better look until there's a shot clock violation.
Yep.
Like I'm really, really, really sick of that fucking offense. And listen, like people say, "Oh, are you a better coach than Spo?" No, even though I have a little middle school basketball coaching in my background, I'm not trying to brag, right? But year 5, like the offense cannot be drive and kick for 23 and a half seconds until you get the greatest shot imaginable. Because a lot of times what happens is we get a bullshit or a terrible shot. Like these guys, when they have a small window, they got to pull the trigger. Like I saw Tyler doing it, Haywood doing it, Caleb doing it. Everybody was doing it. They kept and I honestly I think it's an offensive mentality that the coaching staff has instilled.
They got to pull the trigger on the drives. Like they need to get that floater game going. They're not a good offense, and they're not going to be a good offense against one of the best defenses in the league. You got to take what you can get. Any little fucking thing that you get, you take. And if you don't make it, who cares? Run on the other end. But you got to take what's available to you, and you cannot work the geometry of the floor to hope to get a shot that simply is not going to exist when you've been incompetent on offense all year, and now you're missing your arguably 2 best offensive players. And your third or fourth best offensive player has a fucked up back.
Yeah, like honestly, with Duncan Robinson is not going to be right, Brass. Like these guys, like we cannot have this offense where we're so slow pace and we're looking for the perfect shot because quite literally, because of the weapons that you have on the floor, the perfect shot will never come.
No,
not against that defense.
Nobody needs to be double teamed. Like nobody's commanding like so much attention that it's spacing the floor. Like if you get a small window, these guys got to pull it. And they weren't. Like honestly, DeLon started pulling it in the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden, like there's a little comeback happening.
Yeah, I mean, they just. Why are they threatened by anybody? I mean, they don't. Boston doesn't need the double team shit. I mean, and Rozier could really he's got enough offensive firepower to kind of change the math a little bit. But again, defensively, what you're getting in return is who knows? That could be a net negative. But it would certainly make the offense
Listen, our starting backcourt right now
better.
I was going to say, I do think Rozier not being healthy for this series is a massive blow to our offense. I think you desperately need his ability to drive and kick and create just more of a flow for our team. I think you're seeing it right now without him. Our guard situation is not capable for this series.
Not great.
Lou, going forward, like we talked a lot about Haywood maybe starting over Caleb or starting over. Right now, you can't take Jaime out of the starting lineup.
No, he stays. He stays.
But I mean, Haywood has not looked great either. Like Haywood looks timid and scared. 0 points tonight, 0 for 4 from 3. No 2-point field goal attempts at all. Just 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Like he just wasn't doing much of anything. Like, is Haywood the answer? Is there an answer right now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out in my head as you're bringing up all these points. Like, I don't know if there is an answer. If Highsmith isn't hitting at the clip he was hitting during that stretch, late March to mid-April, early April, then, I mean, why is he the guy too? Then you try to think DeLon maybe. I mean, that's probably who I would go with. If I had to take Caleb out of the starting lineup, I'd probably throw DeLon in there and just, obviously move Caleb to the bench and some of those point guard minutes go to somebody like Patty Mills. I know I can't believe I just said that, but they need somebody to shoot the fucking ball. And lo and behold, he will shoot the fucking ball.
Oh, he'll shoot. And honestly, he's one of the only people, Moose, that when he's out there, listen, I'm really not campaigning for Patty.
Right? No, I'm not either, but
let's not get it twisted.
Listen, I can't get in on that one. Even
but what I will say is he's one of the only people that like doesn't look like he's afraid of offense.
Well, because how many postseason minutes does the guy have under his belt? Like there is something to veteran experience, just kind of giving you this self-confidence in the playoffs, even when you're playing like dog shit like that, like he has been this year. But he's still going to come out there and just be probably more capable than some of the other guys, just because of the lack of fear to just put it up and see what happens.
I'm all for more DeLon though.
Yeah.
Yes.
More DeLon.
100%.
I
100%.
It was like a warm hug every time he had the ball in his hands tonight, man.
Listen, he played 3 less minutes than Caleb Martin. He needs to play like twice as many. Like,
yeah,
fucking. G, this has been me all year, right?
Oh boy,
Caleb Martin. Someone said move Caleb to Broward. No, move that motherfucker to fucking Xinjiang, China, wherever the fuck they play with them. Like,
you could have just named a real Chinese city like Shanghai.
I couldn't think of a fucking name. I think that was racist when I did.
100%. Brass, take him out.
Shanghai.
I was trying to say that one the Tigers. What's their name?
Guangdong Tigers.
Guangdong Tigers. Yeah.
Is it Guangdong? I thought it was.
That doesn't sound right.
Anyway.
I believe
Are we canceled?
No, Caleb needs to go fucking far, far away. Like,
say, don't send him to Broward. Ice Cats are hot right now. We don't need that.
Exactly.
Send him to Boston.
Palm Beach, 561.
Send him to fucking Port St. Lucie.
Jupiter.
But like Caleb, like this idea, everybody was all on my ass all year because I was like, "Yo, trade Caleb at the deadline. Like he is redundant. Like." Get something for Caleb Martin for you lose him for nothing. And everyone's like, no, we need Caleb. No, the fuck we don't. Like, Caleb has been so fucking bad all year. Like, I'm telling you, when he's on the Wizards next year, it is going to heal this fan base. And everyone's going to forgive me for my racist Chinese city that I said. I'm not sure what I said.
Don't say it again.
Don't just.
Should I repeat it?
Keep fucking digging, Alf. Holy shit.
I'm sorry to our sponsor for today's episode, United.
I thought this was... Sorry.
It's okay.
Drip drop.
Sponsored by Basil Hayden.
No, I cannot drip drop that one. No.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Shout out to Unified who's sponsoring this episode today.
Shout out Unified.
Somebody said I have a lot of Chinese friends. Yes, I do, by the way.
Do you?
Weather is beautiful today.
Weird Al says stop Asian hate. I wasn't trying. I was actually. There's a. I'm sorry.
Isn't like Asian History Month like in a couple days?
It
Just
should
under the
be.
wire, Alf.
We're gonna do an Asian in time as an apology.
Alf, game 2 on Wednesday. I'll take over right now. I'll drive.
Yeah,
Game
please.
2 on
Any thoughts on Rui
Wednesday.
Hachimura?
For game 2 on Wednesday.
Wow, he's not Chinese.
I know
Gee.
he's not Chinese.
Yeah.
What do you
Wow.
think
Yeah.
is going to be
G is
the
fucking canceled. Thank God that happened. I want to take him out so bad. Oh.
What is going on?
Hangover Time is back, baby.
It starts with an X. Like there's a name of a city. It starts with an X.
Oh,
and that's what I was trying to say.
Chad says Alf's not racist. He loves Chinese.
It starts
got
with
like
an
10
X,
it's got like 10 menus in the
XIA.
drawer.
Oh,
Speaking of races, so
Hell of a segue.
Boston.
I thought
Boston's-
for sure you were gonna go to Peyton Pritchard. I was so sure.
No. It's cool. I think Brass actually has a picture of the Celtics celebrating, and the Celtics fans celebrating the street today because Banner 18 has been a huge deal. So I mean, I think they really got the sense that they have Banner 18 in their sights, in their hands. Like it's one of the least racist banners they're ever going to have. Like the second one
least
since
racist,
Reagan. I mean, it's a big deal for them. Brass, do you have that photo
Yeah,
of them
I
in the
think I
street
found that
celebrating?
photo.
It's their first post Obama.
Yeah.
There they go.
Oh man. Jesus.
That poor man in the 3-piece suit.
Oh my god. You know what's funny? I don't know if people know that, but that's O'Shea Brissett. That's that man. The Celtic fans just didn't know who he was.
Jesus Christ.